Hi everyone, happy Xikers comeback. I'm going to be sleeving all the pulls so far that we have from what we pre-ordered and what we picked up at the pop-up and those kinds of things. And I'm just going to chat a little bit about thoughts and those kinds of things. The girlfriend's not feeling great, so it's just me today, but I wanted to get some sleeving done. That way we can start putting them away in the binder. So I have these, you know, the regular, what we always sleeve in, this one. However, I only have this and one more box. I don't know if you can see it. One more box of this. So if we run out, I also have these, which are just a little bit bigger, but they'll be fine. But we use these ones for just Xikers. So hopefully the box and this will be enough for this stack, but we'll see. So this album was actually like different than we were expecting. I don't know why, but it was a lot like more rap heavy than I was expecting, as if they're not like a rap heavy group, but it's so good. The title track is actually one of my favorite title tracks that they've done, and the whole album is really good. If you haven't listened to it, I would recommend. My favorite is the title, which is called Breathe. I also love You Hide, We Seek, and I really like Rocket Body. Rocket Body is like a chill, like smooth kind of song. It's like easy listening. And then they always have their cute, like sweet kind of rock-ish song, and that's Highway, which unfortunately it's just not my favorite sound, so it is my least favorite from the album. But on every album, like, it's always the really sweet sounding ones that are my least favorite, but I still listen to them because I still think that it's a perfect song. It's just my least favorite on the album, which is not saying a ton because I think their albums are literally perfect, and I think they have never put out a song that's bad in my opinion. But and they look so cute, and also I don't think I mentioned it, JUNGHOON is back. And if you know anything about me specifically, but us as Xikers collectors, is he was the person that got me into Xikers back in 2023, pre-debut. I saw who he was, and then when their album first came out, their debut, The Doorbell Ringing, I was like super a JUNGHOON girl, and I still am, come to find. He was very severely missed. So he's up there with Hyunwoo now for me. So him and Hyunwoo are at the #1 spot. He just made his way right back up. He is so wonderful. He was so missed, and it's been so good seeing him again. But the album is so good. The concept photos are so good. I actually really liked the album. It's different because I have it behind, but if you never have gotten a Xikers album, they used to have like box albums, and it's the same shape as like what the album is now, except for it was like you would literally open it like a box, and they're not doing that anymore. It's more like a sleeve, which is fine. I did prefer the boxes, but these are still cute. Again, I'm not gonna ever say anything bad about Xikers because I think they're perfect, and I think they deserve better. I think they should be so famous. So I'm just gonna support anything that they end up doing, and I do love this album. I love the colors of the album. I love the concepts in the album. Come on, Yetcha. These fits are my favorite like outfits that they did in the album. These like pastel outfits are so cute. Oh, and these are the pop-up exclusives. I don't think I showed these, but these outfits are so cute. I know a lot of people really like the X version, which the X version was my favorite last era, but this era, it's the hiker version. But I usually like the hiker version. I think it's like they're cute concept, and I am a cute concept girly, even though like I really love when they do like hard music, but I love when they do like hard music and like cute concepts. I think it's kind of a cute like juxtaposition. Oh, and these are the Barnes & Noble cards, we pulled 4 saints of this. So, and Sayun loves to come home to us. Sayun always has and always will be like the person we pull the most, which thank God, because he's so wonderful and he's such a blessing to pull. But, and also we are a Sayun account, which is kind of funny because he technically isn't either one of our top members, but he's like our top shared member, if that makes sense. Probably not. We're so like OT10 though that it's like hard to like choose a favorite in this group for us. Is that on the card or is that, yeah, it's on the card. Look how cute this baby is. But yeah, super excited. I've been watching and voting all of the like fan, like star, idol, and champ, whatever those are. We've been voting and doing all the things we really want them to win. I think they deserve it with this one, especially with JUNGHOON back, but I've always thought they deserved it, and we've always tried to get them their win. But I'm really hoping they did chart for the first time on Bugs and Melon, I think, which unfortunately we can't really assist with that because we don't live in Korea, but they were really grateful and it was really sweet. They're just such sweet boys. I really think they deserve every person to love them the way that we do. But yeah, this is our first haul of albums. We're trying to be a little bit more mindful because we are going to see them on a few stops of the tour, so we're trying not to buy as much as we normally do, but it's really hard when it comes to them for us. These are the album cards, so those were all like pops or store benefits, and these are just album cards, and these are some of my favorite album cards that they've ever had. I think they're so like casual, and I can tell that the boys like enjoyed taking their selfies this time, so it makes me really happy. Look how freaking cute my Hyunwoo is. I talked to him this morning at 4 in the morning, and he is honestly such a treasure to talk to. He is so sweet, and I was so tired. I've got to be honest with y'all, I did not sleep before the fan call. I was going to sleep, and then I was having a hard time with the place that was holding the fan sign. Like there was a lot of miscommunication, and I was really nervous I was gonna miss something because they weren't really communicative, and I was so nervous that they were gonna call out of nowhere, which I'm kind of glad I stayed up because like low-key they did call out of nowhere. They like sent a message saying like, okay, the call's gonna begin soon, and then like literally so fast after that I got the call, and he is so cute. It was my first fan call with him of this era, and he is just so sweet to talk to. He is just such a treasure, and he's just so, he just is so like smiley and chatty when you talk to him, and I always comment whenever, he's always wearing a jacket whenever I have fan calls with him, and I'm always like, I love your jacket. So this time when he popped up, he's like, do you like my jacket? That's like the first thing he asked. He's like, do you like my jacket? I was like, I do like your jacket. But I was really tired, so he kind of had to carry on this fan call, and I think he could tell because he asked what time it was, and I was like, it's 4 in the morning, and he's like, oh, you're so tired. And I was like, I am so tired, I'm sorry. But he is so chatty and talkative, and he's actually pretty fluent in English. I know he always says he's not, but he is. The problem I was having with this fan call is that Hunter was sitting literally directly next to him, and Hunter is so much louder than Hyunwoo, and I think on the other side of Hyunwoo it was either Sumin or Minjae, and they are also quite loud when they're talking, and Hyunwoo is so soft-spoken, and also like he's speaking English, so he's like talking slower, and it's like really low and slow when he's talking, and so normally it's not a big deal, but Hunter was so loud. I could not hear Hyunwoo at all. I kept having to be like, oh, I'm sorry, like, and he just doesn't mind repeating himself if you ask him, but I just feel so bad making them repeat themselves. themselves, because I don't want them to like feel insecure about like if it's them, and it's totally not. That was fully just that he was shoulder to shoulder with one of the loudest English speakers in the group. But it was such a fun fan call. I have another one on Wednesday that I have for Hyunwoo again. I really want to get one with JUNGHOON at this era if possible, but again, like I said, we're trying to like not bite too much because we are seeing them on several stops of their tour. Uh-oh, hold on, let me grab more sleeves. Okay, back, sorry. But like I was saying, we are seeing them on several stops of their tour, including Wango Tango this year, which is the festival that they're performing at. And so we're trying to like not be crazy with the albums, because we save up, like I get a bonus at my job, and then this is tax season right now, and so I work like a ton of overtime, and also we get like performance bonuses and those kinds of things, and I just save all of that in the like a savings account separate for xikers, which I know sounds crazy. Y'all don't need to tell me that it's crazy. I know it's crazy, but they're really the only group that we stan or like rock like as hard as we do with. So everything that we do or collect is now essentially just xikers. So it's kind of fun to just like have a budget for them that we can use, but we're trying to be mindful of it because we still need to buy a flight. Everything else I think has been paid for. All of our hotels and the concert tickets and the festival tickets have all been paid for, because we're going to LA, Texas, and then Wango Tango to see them on tour. So we need to fly to Texas, and also we have to go get real IDs because we don't have passports yet. We're working on that right now too, because we're really hoping that one day we can go see them for one of their comebacks like in Korea, which we're really hoping that we'll be able to do that in the next year or two. But we have to get a passport obviously to do that, so we're working on that. But the passport was not going to get here in time because it takes like almost 2 months to get to you in California. And so we were like, okay, we need to get a real ID because to fly, it's starting in May, you have to either have a passport or a real ID. So we had to go and we had to take new pictures and go get a new ID and those kinds of things. So we did that. I've already gotten mine in the mail, and I think Kate's gonna get hers in the next couple days because we went on the same day, so I'm assuming that they're gonna be coming like one right after the other. But we have to go do that. So we are like, whenever I tell people like the things that we do for xikers, they always think that we're literally crazy, and we are, and we know we are, but we've never been like this with a group. We just love them so much that we want to support them whenever they come, and I just really, there's like just something special about this group, and they mean a lot to us. So it feels really good being able to like be able to save for them, especially now that JUNGHOON is back. Like, I don't think a lot of people understand. If you weren't here pre-debut / at debut when he was in the first album, and then being put on hiatus like during the promotions for Rockstar, it was like he barely got to do anything. And so it's just so fun to see him back on stage and to hear his voice again, to see him in all the pictures, and like it still doesn't even feel real. Even when I'm like flipping through the album and pulling his photo cards, it's still like low-key I'm like, no, it's not really, he's not back. But I am so excited that he's back, and this album is phenomenal. xikers have never let me down with a comeback. It's always like exceeds my expectations, which is crazy because I can't believe they keep outdoing themselves. Like, I thought nothing would top the last comeback, and this comeback did. So if you don't stand xikers, you really should. And their cards are so cute this era. And I don't know if I said it, but we collect OT10 album cards, and we collect broadcasts / special cards / showcase / merch for Minjae, Hyunwoo, and Yechan. And then we have we have another separate binder for Seyoon, Sumin, and JUNGHOON because he's back now. And then we have a binder that we've retired now because we started a new binder, but it had Junmin, Yu Junmin, Jane Hyunwoo in it. And then we have a big binder that has pobs for Jinshik, Hunter, a little bit of Seyoon, a little bit of who else is in that binder? Junmin, Yoojun, and anyone else who doesn't have like their own separate binder, but they have their own separate binder. And we tend to just keep whatever we pull for pobs because we just love them all so much, and we like literally cannot get rid of them ever. But these are all dupes that we pulled that we're probably gonna try and trade slash sell. But like we pulled so many of these scenes. He's so cute though. But yeah, that was the first installment of sleeving our Xikers House of Tricky Spur.